people disagreed, and they got whacked by the people that wanted to create Muslims, like the Muslim religion of Islam. So then, as he conquered many small areas in that big ass circle, that wasn't a kingdom at all. There was no kingdom in that circle. They were just small states. As he conquered each state, and he basically took over that entire circle, boom, now he has a kingdom. He has a true kingdom. And that's how the religion of Islam was created. It was basically just a big ass chunk of land that someone decided to unite multiple areas and became something.
Bro, for me, it's weird with Islam because I often see two completely different like ways to practice it. If that makes sense, like when you look at the people that are actually over in Israel, in that area and all that stuff, like the way they do it, it seems like it's different from noticing like a black Muslim here. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they have
the way the Somalians do it compared to the way the like Iraqis do it.
And so it's like I understand that's how it's created, but when I talk to a lot of these black men that are American black men that, you know what I'm saying, but that practice the Nation of Islam, that practice the Muslim culture,
they practice things that hit them personally. They don't. If you look at the majority of people that say I'm a Muslim, they don't really practice the Quran book. They don't go every day, take away 2 hours out of their day to study it and
you know what's
pray.
crazy? So I had went to jail for a little bit. All right, cool. And so in jail though, one of these people, he was from one of those. I forgot the name. Like Persia, some shit like that. Anyway, where Islam was their religion or whatever. So he spoke fluent Arabic. So we would sit down and talk, and he had a Quran that was English to Arabic. And so I actually sat down and read about half of that shit. And it's crazy that the shit is really the Bible, but the difference between that and the Bible.
No, bro, that's what it is. That's literally what it is.
But the difference between that, from what I understood and what I read, was that the fact that they said that Christians were going to try to worship Jesus Christ as a God, like
as a God.
Wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And basically they were saying
but
that
if you actually look at
and Muhammad were on the same level of person. This guy spoke through them to give them the word, but then Christians decided to worship him as a deity and looked at Muhammad as just a messenger. Somebody that can speak directly to the closest man to God, that can communicate with him and communicate to a mass of people what God is saying. That's what they told me. That's how they believe. Not that Muhammad himself is just almighty, but like at the same time, if you knew somebody that can fucking speak to fucking spirits that were greater than yourself, you know what I'm saying? This nigga's special. You know what I'm saying? Like,
obviously.
So he
has to be divine born.
You gonna revere him as something. You know what I'm saying? He has to be exactly. He has to be something that I'm not, because he can do this, which is what they say. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily looking at him as like how you look at a guy, or they call him Yahweh.
But also, if you people don't realize this, but did you know Christians weren't? They like if you look at the history of Christians, they don't actually believe that Jesus was God. The historical figure of and belief system of Christians, they think the same way as Muslims. They thought Jesus was just a prophet. Catholics were the ones that created and developed.
And then Mary too. They worship Mary.
Like
Catholics was like, nah, Jesus is that nigga.
Jesus is God. Period. That's what Catholics created.
And see, that's why I disconnect with religions though, because then you get into people's personal preferences versus actually looking at the spirituality of shit.
Yeah.
Like, the whole purpose of religion is the spirit to whatever the fuck created us. You can't do that shit in the physical realm, period, because the nigga who made us is not a physical person. And so I feel like religion was a way to get close to that part, get close to that person, be able to hear or speak to, or get closer to that understanding. But then how people just be, you know what I'm saying, do what they do. Niggas playing telephone. They take all that shit, take the truth, twist it enough to where they can manipulate people and then put what they feel like they want to.
But that's what I've been saying, bro. Oh my God, bro, you should have been here yesterday. That's what I said. That's what most religions are. They don't want what people like imagine you had a gay son and you didn't want your son to be gay. It's now a sin because I have some sway over the church. Put it in the book. It's a sin to be gay. I don't want my daughter to be fat. Bet it's a sin to be gluttonous. Why the fuck would God give a fuck the way you look, the way you act, and the way you love? He just loves you as an individual and wants to see you thrive as an individual, because guess what? He gave you individuality. If he wanted a certain way, he would have been like that. And then people that say, "Oh, nah, he wanted it. He gave us individuality to pick our own choices to see if we would follow him." Why would you do that? Why would you give a kid a gun and say, "Let's see if he shoots somebody"? That doesn't make any sense. Like that doesn't make any sense. And if they say God is so wise, then why would he make mistakes like that? And if those aren't mistakes, then what are they? Because you gotta realize, majority of if you look at the history of people being gay or transsexual, bro, that's just something that's a mess in their own head. That's not even them. It's they're born that way. They're born with a messed up kind of mentality, or not mentality, ideal of what sexuality should be. Yeah, it's literally a disorder. If you look back in history, they figured it out to be a disorder in someone's head. So why would God punish something? So you're telling me God would punish retarded kids or disabled kids? He would punish them, even though they don't know the better. That doesn't make any sense. There's too many religions that were ruled by man and changed up by man. It's like how people thought about the story. You tell someone a story, guess what's gonna happen? After 50 people, that story's gonna change. That's how I think about the book. I don't think the book is really what God wants to say. I feel like that's what people wanted it to have. Because you gotta realize, why are you trusting a book that was easily manipulated like the church was? The church and the crown were literally one hand in hand. You know what they use? You know what Holy Crusades were?
Yeah, well, they went to people's towns and shit, and they killed anybody.
No, not towns, countries.
Well, they killed anybody who didn't believe in their religion. That's where they get the term Bloody Mary from. That bitch killed a lot of
people don't realize this. People think Christians don't really fight for their religion because they already did all the fighting.
And that shit is crazy though to think about. That I went to UD Jesuit 7th, 8th, and then 10th grade. And that's a Catholic center school, and we actually had a theology class. And when you look at the Crusades in the book,
disgusting.
No, but when you look at listen. But when you look at the Crusades in the book that we had, it's played off as like it was like they actually had some kind of like war plan, or like it was a reasoning besides. Like I didn't.
No, it was. There was.
No. I didn't put two and two together. The fact that it was more so about trying to push a religion onto a country. Versus, I'm thinking about how we fight with wars at that time. We fighting over war, money,
yeah,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to have land. Not trying to go on that motherfucker and persuade millions of motherfuckers that you have to worship something. I wasn't thinking of it, and I was in 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking of it like that.
That shit's crazy, ain't it? The Holy Crusade.
Yeah.
And people would murder, rape, kill, and they would always get all their sins. Those are sins. Those are fucking deadly sins. And guess what? The priest says, "Don't worry, we're gonna." The priest said this to the soldiers. They'd be like, "You know what? All your sins that you create are for God. God will forgive all those sins. It doesn't matter how deep it is.
As long as you repent."
Exactly. No, not just repent. No, it wasn't repent. The soldiers literally got lined up, and the head priest would literally be in front of everyone, saying, "If you kill, if you maim, it's in the name of God. It is A-O-fucking-K.
Hey, look.
Do what you need to do to send the message of Jesus Christ." And that's what really got all the soldiers bet. I'm on a holy crusade, now I have a purpose. Now there's a whole fucking army that's killing for God. They're not killing, that's not morals. They don't have any morals in that, because guess what? Their morals are already, fucking, what is that shit called when you're like very hungry and you eat? What is that, like, what do you feel after?
Craving or satisfaction?
No, what do you feel? Their fucking morals are already satisfied. Bet. I'm doing this for God. That meaning whatever I do is A-O fucking K in my eyes because it's for God.
Type shit. But Bloody Mary came from back in the 1920s and shit. Mary Tudor of England, she went and killed any Protestant, bro.
You know how crazy that is?
Any Protestant that walked, nigga, she killed them, motherfucker.
But why do you think they said Holy Crusade? Because one, people are not going to want to get paid a lot because this is for their religion.
It says during her 5-year reign, Mary had over 300 religious descendants burned at the stake, what are known as the Muslim persecution. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And the crazy part is people say it was for religion. I don't think it was. I think this is.
50,000 to 72,000 people.
I think the king wanted to have a bigger kingdom. What's the best way to do it? What's the best way to campaign?
Duh. That he used religion to fuel war. Facts.
Exactly.
When you establish any function in society, bro, you establish the currency, of government, and the religion. That's how you control the masses.
Them niggas
Exactly.
all those bitches, cause we believe in God. You gonna let them talk about the God?
You gonna talk about the Lord like that? All right. I see you, pussy. Okay.
Like Alexander the Great, all his campaigns were, majority of his campaigns had a reason other than war. Other than wanting to conquer. There's a majority of his shit was religion-wise.
My bad, bro. I had to blow into that breathalyzer shit at 3. I almost forgot.
Straight. Well, that shit brazy to me, because then you got people thinking like, oh, religion is pure religion, God, I love God. If you look at like you have to be thankful for God, and then you look at it like, bro, but how can you believe in the Quran? How can you believe in the Bible? The majority of the things that are written, by men, God Himself did not write. People say He wrote through me. Well, guess what? I can smack you and say, your mom told me to smack you because you said this. Is that the same fucking thing? No, the mom has to smack you, and then she has to tell you the reason why she did that. I can't do that, but I can say, oh, she gave me the permission to.
You just did that.
That's literally what the Quran and the Bible are. That's what literally the majority. The only religion that I think is Buddhism. Buddhism is probably the most accurate religion, I would say. And the reason why is because Buddhism, they worship a man who was so wise that they thought he had to be divine. He wasn't divine.
Same thing with the Muslim culture, though.
No. Because the Muslim, if you look at the Muslim, it leads back into a divine being, aka a god. Buddhism isn't anything like that. Buddhism is literally a man realizing where he was and realizing the world wasn't as good as it should have been, and him trying to make people better by adding rules that help them be better humans. Religions that are like Christianity and Muslims and Hinduism have gods. Boom, king. He's basically a ruler. This is the top leader god. His generals are his disciples. And now you must follow their
orders. I was at 174, bro. I'm sorry.
Like, ain't that crazy, bro? That's why I think Buddhism is probably the best religion to follow, because, like, bro, you're not following a god. You're not following people's fears. You're not following people's rules that you don't know or you can't argue against. Buddhism is literally a religion made by man, because of man, for man. Muslims was created for man, by God. Like, bro, what? How did God create that religion by going through people? No, people created that religion for people. Using an image, using a title.
No, fuck this. I'm listening to you too, friend. I'm trying to focus on.
No. That shit just. That's why I don't. That's why I don't like religions that have rules that affect us as individuals. That's why I really don't like kind of the Muslim religions. The reason why I kind of don't like it is because how many rules it places on the person and the people. You could. I'm not saying people should stop believing in it. I'm just saying, like, I can't see myself in that religion. It's too dictatorship. It takes rule. Like, if God was, if He gave us freedom of will, then why would He give us so many rules after He gave it to us? Most definitely. That's why I don't really like it. Religion. I know that.
And I was agreeing with you. I wasn't like disagreeing. I was saying, I feel like there's any religion is gonna have its do's and its don'ts. Like, all right.
But those do's and don'ts were.
Do this, but you gotta get it.
But it's gonna be based on where you are, though.
Yeah.
But the base of our religion is all the same shit. Geographically, though, it just depends on how they want to live their life.
It's not geographically either, bro. If you look at,
well, I mean, you know how I'm saying now we have the power.
You know how Muslims have, you know how Muslims have a hell and Christians have a hell. You know where that came from?
Where?
Another religion that's older than both of them. It's a religion where people believe in fire. Yes. They literally created. They were, and historically, they were the first religion that we know that created hell and heaven. Other religions, if you look at historical factors, they didn't really have a hell and heaven. But if you look at that one, it did. It had specifically. If you look at how specific it was, it feels like Christianity and Muslims really copy and paste.
They needed a motherfucking place for these bad people to go. Maybe, look, what none of this shit really matter and heaven and hell was just made up so niggas wouldn't try to do wrong?
No, that's literally why it was. That's why it was. Why the fuck would I give a fuck about your rules if there's no punishment? That's what prison is. That's what prison is. That's why they say, like, it's technically hell. Think about it. You do something wrong, your punishment is prison. You do something wrong, your punishment is hell. There needs to be a destination that you do not want to go to. I actually like school.
I'm getting tired of bugs, bitch ass.
Like, that shit brazy, and I hate that shit.
Have a TED talk.
That's why I don't believe in any of the Bibles. If there's a book that was written, unless it's that, I feel like the book is the only books I'd ever be able to believe in is if there was a book in me. If there was a book in me that I was capable of accessing. Because you gotta realize, we're technically computers, very advanced fucking computers. The more advanced technology is, you see how the more biological it gets? Yeah. Nanotechnology, liquefied.
Nah, nigga, they got these motherfucking robots shit now?
Like, bro, the more advanced technology gets, the more biological it gets. Meaning, we're just the most advanced type of technology that something was created by. If we were created. And if we were created by an all-powerful being, why didn't we have programmed a specific program? Like, think about it like, alright, this is a dumb analogy, but think about it like, you know how Star Wars, how they had clones, right? They created living beings. But then they had a program. All you needed to do, all it was a creator, was to say a code word. And that code word would activate. Exactly. Now imagine if God, if you were created by God, why didn't he do that inside of us? And instead of having a code word, it had to be a sensation that we had to feel to open up that book or that code that's inside of us. And when we felt it, it would open up. The rules would come. The fucking ways of prayer. Why wouldn't an all-powerful being put that at the beginning? You can still have free will. It just, there's something in you that shows you what God wants. Why is not that? Why is that not the thing?
Got his ass.
And if you look at it, you can't even believe religions anymore, because if you look at the religions and the way they explain science as well, because you know how religion always tries to explain science. If you look at both religions, it's stupid. Muslims and Christians have so many dumb things.
Science tries to explain religion.
No. I think science tries to explain the unknown.
I think religion was here before science. And then science is trying to explain, because the Bible, I mean, the religion is also the unknown as well. Because the shit that happens in the Bible is so crazy, niggas are still trying to figure out how it's scientifically possible. Like, even down to like having this motherfucking dwarf.
But here's the thing, though. The reason why people are trying to figure out how it's scientifically possible is because they're trying to show that the shit's not real.
But religion became before science was there, and there are still scientific facts that are in the Bible. I know that.
I don't think that. I think science is way beyond before religion even was a thing. Because I think religion was here when humans started fearing things. And I think science has always been here because science is the study of everything and trying to figure shit out.
Religion wasn't even called religion when everything first started. It was just a way of life. And that came with knowing everything. Because that's all you could do was know what the fuck was around you, because you was the first people to fucking be here. And so, you know what I'm saying? So it was,
the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, think about it as the Egyptians. They had to be precise. God didn't come down and build those pyramids to help them build those pyramids. Let me scratch that. I do. I'm sorry. I hate when people say they don't think they did, because you gotta realize the ingenuity of man. Ingenuity of man is disgusting.
They were giants, bro.
No, bro. Oh my god.
I'm saying I don't think I can't, bro. Like, I just can't wrap my mind around a regular ass nigga like myself.
Can you wrap your ass around not dying in the first 2 seconds of the match?
You want me to help you? You want me to help you fathom how they did it?
Okay, it's right.
All right, bet. Imagine.
I've heard that version. I still don't believe that.
I'm not giving you the school version. I'm giving you this version. Here, let me explain it in the most lamest terms. Boom, right here. Give you a person that has money, right? A lot of it. Let's just say that. A lot of fucking. He controls 500 people. And each one of those 500 people have slaves up to 20. Alright? Let's do that. 500 times 20. Now there's 10,000 people working for free. And since he's so rich, he can afford animals to be trained. AKA, you can't say no, you can't train an elephant, because training animals has been human. It's been way beyond human history. So imagine someone that's so wealthy, he's capable of buying the animals of elephants, training them over the years, because it doesn't take that long to train an animal. Shit, you could train a monkey hand language within fucking, what is it, 10 years? That's not a long time, bro. Especially if you have the money and power to do it. Now imagine you're so fucking wealthy, you want a giant ass castle made quick, because those pyramids were created for the death. So
they were not buried. They didn't find no carcasses in that bitch or tombs in that motherfucker, bro.
They did,
they did not. They found catacombs with no fucking remains or no bodies in them bitches. Not the major ones. They might have built smaller ones sometimes for some burial sites, but the big ones that we know about,
yeah, I know, but the big ones were probably there for religious purposes, though.
No, the big ones was there for fucking power, bro. It was the motherfucking power plant. The shit was painted gold all the way, dude, until they fucking shaved that shit. I mean, they stole that shit. When they came to colonize, them niggas took the noses off the motherfuckers. They didn't want no remnants of what the fuck history was before that. And then them motherfuckers took the goddamn,
But I was explaining how these pyramids were made, GD. I was just saying, like, it's capable of happening no matter what. It doesn't matter, because, like, bro, manpower and brain power combined can do anything. Look at America. It's the same way as America was created. Think about it the same way America was created. How the fuck was America so powerful now? Because using free labor and speed, bro, ingenuity. That's how America is so great now.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Now imagine the Egyptians, though. Now they had slaves and power and nobody to tell them no. Society tells them no.
Bro, ain't nobody that's my side. I don't give a fuck. How big do you like, bro? Them bricks is motherfucking 7 feet tall.
But that's the thing I'm saying.
Everything you're putting into consideration, I'm taking in how many people, I'm taking in animals, I'm taking in all of it, I'm taking in all of it.
How heavy those bricks do you think they are?
Bro, they tell? I'll look it up right now.
I'm about to do the same shit.
Now imagine 100 people, 100 men.
Bro, it's no way, bro.
That's been doing that since they were born. You gotta realize, back in the day, bro, people back then were stronger than people now. Because the majority of people now don't work out every day.
Them bitches weigh 2.5 tons. That's fucking 2 elephants, nigga. Hell no.
2.5 tons, right?
Per brick.
Per brick. Now, why do you think
that's 40,000
100 men can't push that bitch or pull that bitch?
Hell no.
40,000 pounds. Why do you think 100 men can't pull that?
Nobody our size is doing it.
100 men.
Nobody our size is doing it.
100?
Nobody our size is doing it.
No, bro, stop.
Most like use 2.5 tons as to the weight of an average pyramid stone.
2.5 tons, right? Meaning that is what? What is that? That's 5,000 pounds.
No, it's not. A ton is 20,000 pounds.
8,000 tons of granite were imported from, bro.
This nigga friend tripping. I was
how many
a lot of this shit.
Pounds is 2.5 tons?
Bro, friend, I understand everything you're saying, bro. This is no fucking.
It's 5,000 pounds.
Bro, what average nigga? Bro, I understand that.
It's no. 2.5 tons is 5,000 pounds. The average human can lift what? The average.
I don't know.
How much can the average human lift? Or pull? I meant to say.
What was the average human back then? Because you gotta think, you gotta take into like.
We'll just say this. So the average human can only pull 107 pounds. We'll just say that.
You can't do average human because the food was different. Niggas' lifestyle was different. Niggas, the way they were living was different. Niggas wasn't.
Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right. Wait. The average human back then can still pull 107 pounds. Calm down. They're not that weak compared to now. They're actually probably stronger than now.
I'm saying we're weaker.
Yeah. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll still go with our standards. So people now, if we had 100 people, we'd be able to pull 2 bricks. You know that, right? 100 people can pull 10,000 pounds. If those bricks are only 5,000 pounds, you only need 50 people and probably 1 elephant to pull that bitch with ease. Or less, and just have 2 elephants. Come on, guys. It's very simple to wrap around how people made those pyramids. Shit isn't that heavy if you look at it, really. 100 people can pull 10,000 pounds. That's 2 of those bricks. Now imagine 20,000 people. Slavery, bro. Imagine 20,000 people.
Match point. Red team.
So let's just do that math now. 107 times 20,000. You're allowed.
God damn it!
That's 2 million pounds people can pull. 2 million pounds people can pull. 20,000 people can pull 2 million pounds. If 100 people can pull 10,000 pounds, 50 people can pull 5,000 pounds. Meaning 50 people all it takes to pull one of those bricks.
Bro, I'm not going. That shit don't give a
That's science right there, bro. That's facts right there. It only takes 50 people to pull one of those bricks. If you think they didn't have 50 slaves or more to pull those bricks and animals,
I'm saying they didn't, bro. I'm saying other niggas have said that, like.
and who's to say? And who's to say they did it only in one lifetime as well?
Bro, so why are they still trying to figure out how the bitches live?
They're saying in the
That's because records were always destroyed. Records are very hard to find.
Bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
That's the same way as Rome. There's so many Roman records that got demolished.
Friend, can we pause real quick? My nigga, you are a however old young man that doesn't have a degree in any science, anything. There are niggas who have degrees.
I'm just using basic logic.
They have degrees in this shit. You talk about this basic science fact. We can pull this shit. There are niggas who have degrees, who are rocket scientists, who are doing all this shit, who still question it. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You don't have any degrees in this. You just talking on the side of what you feel like could happen. It's niggas that
I feel like what could happen. I'm just using basic like thought.
Okay,
like, how can this happen this way?
If it was that simple, the niggas that have degrees wouldn't still be questioning it.
Bro, they can't even like mimic. Like niggas have done like simulations and like tried to mimic in the time frame that they said that they completed it, and they can't do it.
And you only talking about fucking sliding a brick across the ground. They had to pick these bitches up on top of each other, bro. It wasn't just sliding.
There was no living pulley system. I don't know
at all. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. And the reason why I'm saying, I'm thinking they still did it, was because they just had.
They're not picking the bitches up. Hell no.
No, they made a small. I'm not saying they picked the bitches up. Most definitely not small. Not a small elevator. I'm talking about a small little slope. You feel me? Around the entire thing. The way the slope was created obviously allowed them to pull them bitches.
It's not.
I think it is, bro. I know
you
man,
do.
it's just that simple.
You can keep thinking, bro, because you're not a scientist, and I won't believe you until you get a degree in that shit and then prove it to me.
Crying.
There's no way. You don't have any qualifications for me to believe that your science is better than niggas who have the fucking qualifications for it.
I'm gonna look up how did the Egyptians make the pyramids? See if they have answers.
Bro, they tell you, they don't give you that bullshit pulley system answer, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
No.
Ain't no fucking way.
Though there have been many theories about how science only tries to guess and explain how.
There's no how, bro. There's no way you guess it how.
So they say, this is funny. They say it took around 20 years to make and around 100,000 people, 100,000 men to achieve that. If it only takes 100 men to lift 10,000 pounds, imagine 100,000 men. But those are the only pyramids. I'm talking about the pyramids in Greece. The pyramids in Egypt apparently took over thousands of years.
You talking about the pyramids in Greece? Nigga, I'm talking about the pyramids in Egypt the whole time.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying. I'm reading multiple answers. So it took thousands of years. Thousands of years is a long time to do anything. Anything can be done in thousands of years.
I still can't.
That's bad for me. You still can't.
No, nigga, no. Well, once he differentiated between the fact that there was the pyramids in Greece and the pyramids in Egypt, I'm talking about Egypt. Fuck Greece. I don't even know where the fuck that came in at. I'm talking about the pyramids.
No, it just came in just now. I just read it. It was the first thing. That's why I read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the first thing. But that's what I was just saying. Like, it took over thousands of years to create the pyramids, right? Just think about that. Thousands of years.
I'm thinking about it, bro, and I still...
Humans can do a lot in thousands of years.
Bro, I understand all that.
We created fucking phones within 10, within 30 years.
No, niggas, no, I don't give a fuck if it's 100 or 1,000 niggas. No niggas are picking up a fucking 2.5 ton.
Why pick up? Why not pull?
I mean, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm talking about nobody stacking that on top of each other, bro.
Why are you thinking? All right, see, now I understand why your dilemma is there. You're thinking of stacking.
What's in there?
Why not pushing on?
So you tell me they built
Think of it as a truck and a car. How do you think a truck? No. How do you think a car gets on the truck? You think they pick it up and put it there, right? Or do they push it on there?
So you telling me you believe that they built
California wings,
laser ramps to push the blocks up to put them on top of each other?
I mean,
if it took thousands of years, you could build any type of fucking ramp. Come on now, guy. You can destroy mountains within that time. Closer than that, actually. You're telling me they couldn't have just built up the dirt, hit it hard enough over the span of a year, just a year. Imagine how much landscaping you could do. Now here's the theory. Then imagine if they were to every single time they built a layer, they also made the ground go up with it.
You know what I'm saying? But
you feel me?
Probably take some stuff and leave some stuff. I don't have to take everything.
It made it easier now. Think about it like that. Now the ground level is higher with the rock, and they kept on doing that over the time. Because sand is very easy to move. And all they needed was a solid ground to hold the stone onto it. So that what they kept on doing was obviously keep on moving the ground level. And then once they got done with the pyramid, they would take all that ground level off. Now it's perfectly, boom, right there. It lined up perfectly. Bro, it's just hard for me not to think humans can do it.
Yeah,
because
it's gonna have to be hard because you're not a scientist. So I mean, do whatever you feel like you need to do as far as you're thinking in your own little brain. But at the same time,
not little brain, bro. That's just no. I said it's hard for me to think humans can do it because of how much we've evolved and how much we've already done. Bro, why are people not questioning the fucking pyramids and the Incas? Their shit was damn near the same bigness as theirs. And then you got pyramids everywhere around the world. Why are people only questioning the ones in Egypt?
They are questioning them bitches. They question all of them, but they still don't understand it. They similar in structure, and some of them are smaller.
And the reason why they don't understand is because there's no records of it, right? And the reason why there's no records because of time, obviously. How can anything survive that was thousands, damn near, way more than thousands actually, years ago? How can anything, records are not going to be able to live that long? And that's why people are not understanding it. They're not understanding that humans couldn't have done it. They're just trying to figure out fast ways. Oh, and plus the political aspect of, oh, aliens came down and helped us. That's idiotic as fuck. Why would aliens... I just don't think they care about us enough because we're still primitive to their eyes. I feel like somebody had a very smart theory. There's a scientist that I forget his name, but he had a very smart theory. Aliens will never talk to us or interact with us because we are still technically cavemen to them. And the reason why is because we have multiple languages, multiple money, and multiple countries. They think we're still a tribal, little caveman areas. You know how cavemen were very tribal? They had different languages, different religions, different everything. Until we have everything unified, until every single human speaks the same language, we have all the same money, we have one country taking over the entire world because that's just who we support. That's when aliens are going to come down and try to talk to us. Because now, they're not trying to converse with multiple tribes, they're just trying to converse with one fucking individual unit. And that's why aliens will never come down to help us. And why would aliens, the only time aliens would ever help us was through evolution. What does pyramids have to do with our evolution? Other than make us question. The only people that would ever question humans couldn't do that are the people that are still trying to control the humans. To think that humans can't evolve or can't do shit like that is crazy because look what we do now. We literally have a fucking dolphin-shaped submarine that moves fast as fuck. Is that alien tech? No, that's human ingenuity. We're literally contacting each other right now over a game. Did aliens give this to us? No, that's human ingenuity. You could say it's alien shit like Men in Black. Like shit like we take technology from them. You could say that, and that might be true some form of way, but still.
To some extent.
I'm still gonna say that's human ingenuity because it's not proven otherwise. And it's not like. That's why I'm thinking like humans have created everything that we see today. Because there's no proven fact that aliens came down and helped us. I feel like people don't give humans enough credit. Because ain't no way, bro. We literally are talking to each other right now. Not in the same room, not in the same mile.
No, I get humans. I just.
Wait, before you go. Girl, come on, you got a dish. Like, tell me about this guy. What's his butt like? Like, is it cool?
I feel like the only humans that weren't capable of doing it, I'll give it to this. The only humans I don't think capable of doing it are the humans that didn't have a language. Because there was a time where humans didn't have a language. We communicated by the way we looked. If we looked bad, then we knew something was wrong. If we looked like we were about to attack, then we knew something was wrong. It's like the same way as wolves. You know how wolves communicate? By just demeanors and the way their physical look is? Humans did the same thing.
I don't know, that nigga look kind of angry.
Yeah, like you know how when wolves like show their teeth a little bit, and then they'll start biting their tongue? It means, yo, chill off. Yeah, like it means chill off, I'm getting pissed off for what you're doing right now, don't do it again. But once you stop doing it, and then they're gonna stop making that face. You feel me? Those are the only humans I think that were not capable of developing those type of pyramids. But if you're talking about people that had like a whole kingdom, most definitely. Because if you have a whole kingdom, that means you have to be smart enough to be able to build things. You can't have it just a fucking, unless you're talking about a tribe. This motherfucker over here making moans, bro. Shut the fuck up. And I think science has figured out a way. That's just idiotic. It's the same way as people saying like there's already a cure to cancer, just we're not going to be able to touch it anytime soon.
I believe that.
Why do you believe that?
Why would I want to profit off you one time when I can profit off you to the day you die by giving you shit that's the only side of things?
So then why would I explain how the pyramids were made when I can make money off of that? Saying, all right, we're still figuring out shit.
You're not making money off of that shit at all.
Yes, you are. It's the same way. It's the same way as bodybuilding. Or not bodybuilding. World Strongest Man. You know how World Strongest Man used to do it? They used to do it. They used to do jumps by 1 pound and collect the $50,000. They'd be like, all right, babe, I'm gonna do 910 pounds. Bet. Next year, a new guy comes. I'm gonna do 112 pounds. Bet. And they just did those small jumps until someone said, you know what, fuck that, I'm going for 1,000 pounds. He jumped the scale out of nowhere, and people didn't believe him. Why? Because in past history, they were only getting fed small portions, not big ass fucking 100 pound jumps. You feel me? That's with everything. Anything can be made into a profit no matter what. How did you guys find out that people didn't figure out how the pyramids were made?
Red team.
How did you guys find that out? How did you guys find out that scientists didn't figure out how the pyramids were made? How do you guys find out about that? TV.
They go praying with this woke shit.
Come on now. It's not woke shit, it's just basic knowledge, the same way as you just said. Why can I profit on you once by giving you the cure when I could constantly keep profiting on you? Come on now, bro.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you guys hear about the Titanic though?
No.
Apparently in the next like 10 years or so, it's gonna be disappearing. No, it's gonna be gone. Because of all the fucking animals in the water and the shit that grows on it. It's gonna like literally disappear. It's gonna be eaten away.
Good.
And people are getting kind of sad because it's like a historical thing and they're trying to save it, but they did try to save it.
How the fuck is it historical if you can't see it? That's the fucking
It's historical because it was like the first big ass fucking boat, that's why. It's like the first iPhone, like, or the first phone in general.
There was one before that.
Fuck up that we shouldn't have fucking did.
Yeah, it was just hype. Like, nigga, you can't sink this shit, and then niggas fucked up, and that's the reason why we became famous. It was already a bigger boat. You can't sink this shit.
The fuck?
That's my fault. I'm trying to
Yeah, that's why it's such a historical figure, because it was the biggest boat that had the most people on it, and that's why.
It was the biggest tragedy, bro. That's the reason why. Nigga. It was already boats similar to size, bro, back then. And that wasn't the first one.
I'm not saying that shit. Let that shit fucking.
That's what a lot of people are saying. Let it disappear with peace.
Leave that shit alone.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They should have been judged whatever jewels they could get off that hoe. I feel like it was a shame to waste though, because all that material, all the metal, fucking all the gold, all the glass, all that good material that could have been used. Man, I been said that to y'all motherfuckers. I'm already hit, bro. He made the house, and that bitch is in there.
No, he's like a piano or some shit. He cannot give anything.
And they're just shooting that boink, 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 looking at shit. I'm already hit, bro. And I was telling people that yesterday. I was like, man, those are the most cancerous combos. Now, if they're that good to one another, I wonder who else combos like that. You feel me? That are not the same. Like, who's Superman comboing with do something? Who's Garnet comboing with do something?
Yeah, he just really
Red team.
What happened?
I just killed myself!
Like nobody else? I swear.
But there was a trio of ocean liners, bro, that was built at the same time as the Titanic, bro. One was the Olympic, one was the Britannic, and one was the actual Titanic. So like that wasn't the first just big shit. Like nigga, that was the first one, like I said, to just fuck up for real.
Here's the now let's think about it as a.
People try to say dumb shit. Like, why are we trying to say the fucking shit that's been at the bottom of the fucking ocean? For how many years before before the niggas that's trying to save it, we all know. Like, why are we trying to do that when it's like the fucking rainforest that's the most the biggest part of our oxygen source is fucking burning every day because of niggas deforesting. Why the fuck are we worried about? Why are we worried about that shit? Us trying to save a fucking ship at the bottom of the ocean ain't gonna save my life.
Facts.
Cause fuck the forest. We could plant shit. We can't plant that Titanic. The Titanic is priceless. A tree can be remade. I wanna live in a redwood forest. Man.
I told you what I want to do. Get no key in. Just sit. I'm good.
Man, shut up. That boy said, I'm on the road again!
Man. Out of here. I could do without all this mainstream shit. I don't even need this. I'm comfortable by myself. Literally with just me. I need a couple books and I'd be good.
Prepare yourself.
I don't know why that pissed me off so much. Not you, but just like I hear that shit.
What?
Let's see if you're as powerful.
Those niggas are trying to save the fucking Titanic.
No, well, they've been trying to say it for many years. This has been very difficult.
So like, what are they trying to save from?
No, they're just trying to save like they're trying to save like just important like the entire ship. And if they could, they would have saved the entire ship and brought it back up and used it, or like just had it somewhere where they could like use it as a historical thing. But then a lot of things were they're also thinking about were like just. Majority of the people, they take pictures of the cockpit or like the captain's quarters type shit. Just shit that is like relevant. Because obviously those quarters had gold, solid gold on it. It had fucking beautiful wooding. Like imagine having a wooden plank that could be used as to make a tool. This was on the Titanic. This wood was on the Titanic. Now it's a tool for someone. You know how much money that'd be worth? It's just money and power and status. Oh. Oh! Bro! So I'm still on this pyramid shit right now. And you know what I said? You know my theory of how they got the rocks up? That's literally what people...
It's another theory about how that shit happened, I got you.
I don't know if it was theory.
So somebody was back there as a fucking Egyptian telling you...
Oh no, it was a theory, okay.
I'm about to say, shut the fuck up.
One of the theories suggested that they used dirt. They would like make the ground level smoother so it'd be more easy for people to pull and push the rocks up.
Bro, so everybody's using the same type of logic that you're using right now to make
man.
Okay.
What is this website? I can't trust it. It says Canadian something.
Match point. Blue team.
It's Canadian Museum of History.
The fuck is Canada look like this?
Man, this motherfucker racist against Canadians. Apparently, he found out. historians told it took around 100,020 years straight. Though. The Great Pyramid of Giza. That took 20,000 men and over 20 years to create. That makes sense.
Okay.
Choose your character.
20,000 men in over 20 years to create something?
This shit right here sounds like the same argument where, like, I would tell somebody over in Africa, like, nigga, don't come to America. We gonna still treat you the same shit. You got the same kind of skin as me. And he come anyway. That's how Prince sounded to me.
Hey, bro.
It's still possible, man. I see people that was over here that did the same shit, bro. It's still possible, bro.
Wait, what happened? What did he say?
I feel like it's the same thing, like if I were to go to Africa and be like, don't come to America, bro, because you still got black skin. They're gonna treat you the same. And then come over here and get treated the same, but he expecting something different. So, like, you just basing your shit on what you think could possibly happen versus what reality might be. Like, you got a theory. You think that's
But couldn't you say what you're saying is the same?
That's what I'm saying. There's no real answer. We don't know. Trying to say that there's a concrete definition to where, like, okay, it's just 20,000 men. That's not a fact.
Prepare
That's a thought. It's a theory. Shit, coughing. He ain't sneezing.
I'll take that blessing.
You know, it's funny. I say bless you when niggas burp, and niggas like, why you saying bless you? Because we don't want to get blessed.
Man. Krong? What we really should be fucking... Alright, what's not making sense to me? I'm gonna keep it about you. Is how detailed the Greek fucking art is on these buildings, motherfuckers. Man, fuck those pyramids. It's easy to fucking push a brick up a fucking hill. I'm talking about these goddamn architectures that are just fucking HD. How did you do that into stone? You know how well you have to... One small... You ruined it all. That's the real crazy ingenuity. Bro, they made art into stone and then put it in a building and made it into the building. What am I talking about? That's what you really need to be questioning. Look at that shit. Jesus. Why was I thinking? I think I actually blame Africa. Oh, Wonder Woman. I'm talking about women. Because if you look at the majority of white people back then, or Egyptian people back then, or Muslim people back then, they were all flat asses. But as soon as an African bitch came around, big ass hoes, that made it into the norm because fat ass, beautiful.
Damn it.
So I think that's what made. Bitches have fat asses now. And until you prove me wrong, I'ma still blame African women for making bitches have thick asses now.
No, I blame the appropriation of black women.
What do you mean by that?
Somebody
Kind of a big word. I don't know what appropriation means.
Appropriation means that somebody took some part of somebody's culture and used it for their own financial or social gain.
So you think a fat ass is black culture?
Yes.
Match point. Red team.
What about Hawaiian people?
They are in the diaspora black.
Fuck, I do not think that for a second.
I fucked that up. Bro, it's the same thing you talked about with Asians and shit. Everyone talking about some of the originality, but you talking about just niggas in general? No. They came from one common race who had browner skin,
Continue. Okay.
which will be defined as black today.
I think Hawaiians are more
They
Incan.
changed over time, the same way
Incan though. How could they change? They're still they're fucking on a little dot on the fucking ocean with the sun bringing down.
That I explained the fucking Asians and all the other shit. The same way how we form scale. We went through this whole conversation about how the body can fucking adapt. And
No, I'm just saying. I think Egyptian. Actually, I think Hawaiian people should be darker than African people.
Okay, so your body adapts differently to different environments. How it has over millions of years. Man. I'm confused.
What I was trying to say is, why are Hawaiian people black? You feel me?
You said why aren't they?
Yeah, I'm talking about the black I'm thinking about is the category I'm thinking about is like Nigerian. You see how dark Nigerian people are usually?
But it might be the difference in humidity down there, bro. Like it might not burn as bad. They might have been using shit for years that keep their skin to be a certain way, and that shit ended up being a genetic mutation or a genetic adaptation, bro. Like we don't know. So many different variants, bro. You really don't know shit. Everything is just an assumption.
Imagine aliens did know because they just had recorded our history. See, is it bad that I would trust an alien to know our history more than we would?
Yeah. Well, it's not bad, no. I would trust them as well.
Because if they're capable of watching us in the first place, I think they're capable of recording us. Yeah, I'm about to actually. It shouldn't. This shouldn't be racist. This type it. Why do Asians have narrower? Should I say narrower eyes or squinty eyes? Oh wow!
Fuck.
Hey yo!
What up?
The reason why their eyes look like that, we thought it was for sand or some shit. But the reason is it's an adaptation for tropical regions, protecting their eyes from overexposure to ultraviolet radiation. So that's why it was ultraviolet radiation. That's the adaptation to it. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Radiation would be a good thing to, adapt to.
Hell yeah.
Match point. Red team. Match point. Blue team.
fucking Shaggy, bitch. Oh, come on now. I pulled that out of my ass. Hey, bro, she's so fucking addictive, bro. Cause she good damage when you learn how to land her shots the right way around certain characters. But a lot of niggas know how to get behind that and fuck you up. So you gotta really pay attention to how you moving and don't just button spam, because she really can be good if you know how to choose and pick when you want to attack. But just fighting like how you would with some other niggas, like Batman got a combo where you spam square 10 times and that nigga hit them niggas for 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Garnet got like 2 moves and then that she gonna sit there for a second, now you vulnerable. Now niggas hitting you in your ass. So he's like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
No, not my booty.
Not my booty. Facts.
As long as I'm standing, you can count on me.
I gotta pee again.
Safe square. No.
Bro, shut the fuck up with that weird shit. What the hell? This motherfucker saying, no. That boy. Big old freak head, that boy.
Alright, I'm done. Real or just a game saying this on some bullshit? Okay. He's waiting me to get back. Nigga, you see how quick I came back to that conversation last time? Don't ever wait on me again. I'll be back before the game starts for sure. Every single time.
Right. I'm looking up bone structures and the differences between Asian, black, and white.
I don't think there's no true difference.
This is very minute.
Because they're trying
If you look at
they're trying to do the same
Well,
thing
not-
black people back in the day, bro. But you still got some black people that are fully black that look whiter than some of these white people. So like it don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't be real. The skull definition don't really define the fucking race. That's a skeletal structure. Cause like a black person with Down syndrome and a white person with Down syndrome, you know what I'm saying? Like they could probably have the
they gonna look the exact fucking same.
you know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's all.
The only differences that I can see is European people have more broader foreheads, and then
I
the
know
difference
too
is.
many black people with fat ass foreheads. Man, fuck out of here.
No, I'm not saying fat foreheads. I'm just saying more broader foreheads compared
I don't think they got broader
to
foreheads.
the Asian and black skulls.
But that might be off of one study, but how many people, how many skulls? What they get?
Yeah.
Come on, female. You ain't afraid of little me, are
I'm about to actually look this up. All types of human races. Races. Genuine races. I'm not fucking talking about cultures. I don't think culture should be a race. I think that's what people got it mixed up. Because what my theory of race is, it's like genuine fucking race. I'm talking about the fucking cavemen and then Neanderthals and then Homo sapiens type shit. That's what I'm talking about. Well, not Homo sapiens, because we're all talking about Homo sapiens. I'm just talking about like different races. Is that.
Match point. Red team.
Get up the edge then, nigga! You can't survive over there, stop! Nigga, let the niggas be over there then!
I'm fighting.
No, don't fight them niggas if you keep dying the same way each time!
like nobody else.
You want me to wait till they come to me?
Yes! If you should prevent you from fucking dying, yes! You trying to win? You almost got my ass low key too, I ain't gonna hurt you. Wow.
Defeat.
But yeah, if you gonna keep dragging your ass up the side, bro, stop going to the side. That's like, nigga, if he keep punching you in your chest when you walk through the door, why you keep walking through the door? Nigga, stay out the room.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Rematch. Let's go.
But I understand your desire to want to be able to beat that positioning, though. And I'm not about to knock you for it, because I understand
Choose your character.
1000%. But at the same time, nigga, you trying to win? I mean, it depends on you. If you just playing this shit, just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that's probably just me taking it too serious right there. I just really want to beat the nigga. And
Damn!
you just kept getting thrown off the edge of the map. It was like, we had 3 deaths when you was underneath like 70%. I'm like, damn, come on, bro. You got it. Like, you got it. That's all I'm going to say. Whatever you do now from this point forward, you're going to be.
Prepare yourself.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. What people thought was, what is this? A Herotman?
I don't have an easy mode.
Herotman.
Alright, play! Alright, play!
I think the Herotmans were considered the Neanderthals. But if you look up a picture of a Herotman, man, think what I'm looking at right now, if I were to describe it, it would be just like an African European person. Not a mix, like breed, just if they had that title. He looks like a black person, but has the skin texture of a European man and the hair of a European man. It's crazy. Because when you think of that, you would think of a mix, but he doesn't look mixed. It's more like you know how you know how there's humans and then there's vampires and then there's Dunpeals?
Yeah.
Dunpeals are the human and vampire mix. Because if you, that's what it looks like. It's like it's a mix but not a mix.
Match point. Blue team.
If you mix a human,
I heard you say about the pull up. What was the last thing you said, Grandma? Okay, I heard. What was the last part you said? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Victory!
Stronger than you, Clark. Sorry, Harley. Wouldn't give you this one.
Like staying with y'all? I was asking you. How was he? That's the question.
Okay.
That's the question. If she got somewhere to be, then, I mean, ain't a problem with her coming down there and being by herself and then coming to visit.
Choose your character.
No. I'm talking about, like, if she gonna come down there to stay, if she's not doing it, like, in your house or on your dime, you know what I'm saying, then it wouldn't be a problem. She can always come by the house and say hello. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. So, you need to figure that out for yourself.
I can take the point.
I mean, but you need to in order to understand the situation. If you're trying to figure out stay where, if he stay with you, then it's a no, obviously, because you don't have a place for her to do anything. Okay, so then that's already a no. So we ain't even got to discuss it. So if she, grandma, if she's saying stay with you, then it's a no. If she's saying come by herself, then whatever she decides to do from that point on, she's 19. She can do whatever she want to do. You know what I'm saying? She's an adult, technically. So
I never understood
so
his
if
stance.
she's talking about staying with you, then you don't have the room for her. There's no way it can happen.
Who's
So
idiotic?
then it's not possible. Whatever she's
The
saying after that
defense
don't make a difference.
and the
You can't
attack didn't make any sense. Goku's stance is
So
like,
then after
right,
that,
I'm more of a push.
whatever she decided to do after
Vegeta
that, she
doesn't
make
look
a
like a
way.
push
Figure
or
out somewhere to
defense.
stay. She knows some people, whatever she got going
What
on.
martial art does it copy?
I'll give you that.
I'm about to look that up too, bro. What martial art stances Vegeta's and shit.
Alright.
Martial arts stance through all the Dragon Ball Z characters.
Right. Alright, give me a second. I gotta put on some clothes.
Everybody's gonna start to feel
Hey, bro, I gotta go outside, G. I'm about to have to fucking...
Whack somebody's shit up, boy.
I need to. I need to go. My grandma outside.
What's wrong with Grand, man?
No,
Need help?
she's bringing me some food and shit.
Match point.
Oh, sound like we need to get ready
About
to
to
start
lose.
lunch. Sound like we need to get ready to start fucking lunch.
Fuck! Alright, I'm going outside. Right back. Alright, bro.
Sorry about this.
I feel like I'm about to take a break from this. I gotta shoot something.
You gave me a real run for my money that time, Bruce.
Be like this.
I love to fight. I gotta shoot something, dude.
Wow! So Vegeta's fighting is karate and kickboxing mix.
Nasty ass combo.
Oh, your shit is debunked. Lame ass boy. Because Krillin's fighting and Goku's fighting are two different things. So yo, Ike. Yo, Ike.
What's up? Hello?
Yes.
You call my name?
I'm trying to find something real quick, brother. So Goku's stance and Krillin's stance are different, even though they're part of the same school. Goku's fighting style is called Jeet Kune Do, and that fighting style is made by Bruce Lee. Krillin's is Shaolin Monk style.
Choose your character.
You just want to be right, nigga.
Man, I just looked up facts, but we gotta be factual. So these are all the martial arts styles that Bruce Lee knows. Let's really figure this out, brother. He knows boxing, he knows Chinese martial arts, Wing Chun, and then wrestling, and then his form of fighting, Jeet Kune Do. I'm trying to find this fighting. Wing Chun. I'm about to look at that. Wing Chun. Oh, okay. See, the fighting styles I want to learn. It's kickboxing, Muay Thai, and Judo. And the reason why I want to know kickboxing is because I want to know the basics on how to kick and punch people. And then Judo and Muay Thai is for majority of grappling and ground game. Conor McGregor. Name someone A. Name your favorite UFC fighter as a GOAT.
Favorite?
Yeah, that you think is a GOAT.
John Jones.
John Jones.
Weight.
Fighting styles.
Yeah, it had to be between John and Adesanya.
Okay, his wrestling, so American wrestling, Muay Thai, and then Jeet Kune Do. Oh, wow, he learned Bruce Lee's martial arts style? That's actually hella funny.
I'm gonna leak taking some. I'm about to go to Call of Duty. I gotta shoot something, bro.
Hey man, go do that shit real quick, brother. You should have been and did that. Y'all be waiting for each other, and then be like, I should do something. Like, motherfucker should have did it when they left.
I'm crying. Shut up.
And then when they came back, you hopped back on. I'm about to go see if we got some food, bro. Be right back.
Ike, you here, bro? Anybody here? Nobody? Alright. Hello?
Prepare yourself!
You at the game, man? Are you playing? I'm about to say, that's what I was asking. I'm on the game, and I'm ready up and shit, and you acting not here. We already losing now.
So dark side never hears about you. Match point! Red team! That stretchy magic packs a wall up. Defeat. Rematch?
Of course.
They didn't pick it. Bro, I walked in the house, bro, after I got my grandma shit, and she had some shit where it was, like, how they got sardines packed up. It was, like, fish steaks, and it was, like, in Louisiana hot sauce. And so I'm eating the shit, right? My dog looking at me, so I just threw a piece up in the air, and he caught that shit without looking. I thought about how much trust that has to take, and I won't throw this nigga nothing that'll kill him, because he ate that shit without even questioning what the fuck was in the air. Like, he just, oh shit, food,
Yeah, I'm back. What's up, GDs?
I was just saying that the trust that my dog has in me to not kill him is so crazy. I was eating some fucking like a snack or whatever, and I threw a piece of it in the air, and he caught that shit without even looking at what it was. He let it fall. He didn't smell it. He just ate that bitch. So
Man, he knows.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but the fact that he got that much trust, I don't got trust in nobody. I'm about to catch it. I'm catching it in my hand. Look at it. I'm sniffing. And then we gonna figure out what the fuck it is.
Whoa.
I'm gonna ask questions.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna analyze it while it's in the air. But if I can't do that, I'm gonna catch it. And then as I'm going towards my mouth, I'm gonna look at it.
Hey, no, if it's not a gun being held to my head that say, eat that shit right now, I'm gonna catch it first every time. We just lost to these two niggas, didn't we? Ike wasn't here for the first motherfucker. 2-3 lives. Had killed me one time.
Man, I don't know why, but sandwiches will forever be goated.
Always. Bro, I'm making some motherfucking some cauliflower wings right now. Them bitches about to hit.
Cauliflower?
Yes, sir.
I never got to like cauliflower.
Hey, that's something that you can work on in your own time.
Crying.
No, honestly though, where you stay at, bro? Like, what city, state?
I got a brain fart right now.
Wow.
Sterling.
Are you in Michigan?
Well, definitely, GD. How you think I know dirt?
Nigga, he drives trucks. He can go be anywhere. He can be traveling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you.
Choose your character.
I was getting ready to say though. I was saying, I gotta take you to some vegan spots or show you some vegan spots or some shit that got the buffalo cauliflower wings. And I'm just like show you some actual ones. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause people get introduced to the shit.
Got some Riz.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people get introduced to the shits and they be like, it's terrible, but that's because they had it from a place that don't really like do that shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, this is how I grew up. Like, I never really liked cauliflower as just a thing.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But if I want to
Yeah, but you're saying like put it in dishes that really make it shine.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I would take you to a place like right now I'm eating cauliflower wings, which is like just basically fried cauliflower with some kind of sauce on top. Whether it be buffalo sauce, teriyaki sauce, lemon pepper sauce.
Where'd you get that from? I think I've had that before, but
actually,
it was kind of suspect to me.
From a fucking food bank. So,
oh well.
Let's eat it right now, actually. I got that bitch in there fucking under like 10 minutes. In the air fryer. But I was saying like if I wanted to ever like introduce you to cauliflower again, I would want you to have it from a spot that actually like a vegan place, because like them niggas like they only make vegetables, so they cauliflower gotta be, you know what I'm saying, type shit. I wouldn't want you to.
It gotta be on point. It can't be no half-assed.
I wouldn't take you to TGI Fridays and be like, yeah, get the buffalo cauliflower, like just expecting that shit just to hit. Like, nah, you gotta have somebody to actually do that shit.
There's a lot of people I don't trust when it comes to food though. This shit was funny. I don't know who was it? I don't know who it was, but somebody told Dirt about this ramen spot and said, "Yo, you gotta go here." So then me and Dirt go. We try it, and we look at each other and like, we never trusting that individual ever again. That shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was
where was it at?
Dreadful.
What's the name?
I don't know. It was in the city for sure, but it was like some weird ass, like it was very professional type of ramen looking spot. But we ate that shit. We're like, this is dog butter.
Was it downtown?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn it, y'all went to Emo or Emu?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Damn, I actually like their ramen a little bit for real.
Their shit. My bad. G,
I had to see
the duck foot was nice.
I had the seafood one though. I had the one that had the crawfish in it with the oyster and shit.
You know Dirt can't try that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I forgot about that shit. But yeah, no, that's the one I had. That bitch hit for me. I low key went one day and on some hot shit spent $35 there just buying 2 bowls of that shit. I was hot as hell and I was hungry as fuck at dog park. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to be here for 2 hours. Just one bowl of ramen, just motherfucking noodles and juice. I'm about to eat another one, nigga. And then I got a free crawfish in that bitch too, $15. Come on now. With oyster too, and some crab meat.
Man. Shit sound busted.
Better give it to me.
Bro, when we walked out, the guy was like this. He's like, you guys coming back next time, right? Dirt was like, yeah. As soon as we walked out, he ain't never coming back to this shit, man. I started dying laughing, bro. I was like, you a dumbass, bro.
Prepare yourself.
We got, bro, me and him got this shit planned out. We were supposed to go before he went to Tennessee for my birthday, but sadly I had COVID. I didn't want him to catch it type shit.
You know what's funny to me I'm thinking about now? So you know who DJ is, right? D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
So we know him personally. We go hoop with this nigga and shit. Like we know where he live at. You know what I'm saying? All the basic friendship.
Yeah.
But like the way that it started out is almost essentially the same way how like I know you through Dirt and you this nigga I played games with or was on a game with type shit. That's the same exact way DJ became our friend.
Hey man, chill people.
The exact same way. And then he just so happened to live in Lansing. And I was in school in Lansing at that point in time. So one day me and Whitehead was like, bro, tell this nigga to meet us up to go smoke. And yeah, from that point on, it was like he's a real person. He cool as shit. He got a weird nigga. And
crying. Yeah.
That was it.
But that's just how it goes, bro. Chill people hang with chill people. But me and Dirk got this plan to go to this Nigerian spot. Cause I want to try some fufu. Bro, I saved up like 200. I plan on buying everything in that video. Cause I be watching these videos on YouTube about people like mukbangs and shit. And I watch this one guy fucking make a big ass fufu thing. And he just fucking dip it and eating that, swallowing it. I was like, and he was acting like that shit was air. First time someone tasted air in life. And I was like, damn, I need that.
My bad, I'm trying to focus on not dying right now.
Alright, bet. You said wake you up? Alright. Damn. Once I try this Nigerian shit, the fufu, I'll have damn near all the fucking ethnicities foods tried before that. I've had Muslim, I've had Indian.
I've had Muslim. What is a Muslim food? Because Muslim is a religion. It's not an actual nationality.
The majority of Muslims that you know are around Iraq or
okay, so
Saudi
you
Arabia.
had Iraqi or Saudi Arabia.
Middle Eastern food there.
Okay, Middle Eastern food. I'm about to say like you can't have a religious fucking
Jewish food.
Jewish food.
Got him.
But like anybody can eat shit that doesn't have the stuff that Jewish people eat. It doesn't have to be Jewish.
I just categorized it, that's why.
No, I feel you.
When you think of Muslim, I think of Middle Eastern.
Okay, so exactly. You going for nationality. When I think about Jewish people.
Yeah.
So you got Warzone.
Me? No. I had it. I deleted it after this shit came out, and I redone the Fortnite. I kept lagging too bad in Warzone, and the gameplay wasn't as fast as Apex, so I kind of got bored with the shit. If you want to go play Warzone, I'm about to hop on Apex.
What else have I tried? I've tried Indian food, and then I've tried
I gotta shoot some more food.
crime. What else? I've damn near had every single type of Asian food you have. What else? What other food that I have? I don't know if you can name something other than